Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO edition. This is Gnarlrynae. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlrynae. Good girl. We are here. She is taking part in her section of the Springfest. In order to do that, we are first going to get the wrapper from Sergeant Tom here, which is the taste of spring and all.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Okay. Get the taste of spring, which is 10 activities, and then the splendor of spring.
Could you help me with something?
Which is the bustling bloom. And then the bustling bloom.
Would you do something for me?
Intro 0 of 4. I've got all of those now. Very good. So we need to go and complete 10 activities out here. And in order to do that, we're going to, you're the one that just wants him to do that, right? Yep. So we're going to go, she's going to be taking part in the Farathlorn section of it over there in the Ered Luin. So I am going to go and not head that way. I'm going to head over here to the Bree Horse, grab a ride down to the Bree stables, and then get a ride over there to Dualand and Kellendim, and see what's going on with the elves over there. Alrighty, so that's where we're gonna head, and I'll see y'all when we get over there to the Elven docks and all. I'll see y'all then. I have arrived here in Dualand, as you see. Let's turn on the map. We're right over here in Farathlorn. We had to take the ride from Bree over here to Kellendim, but it's not too long a ride up here to Dualand, and get used to it because we're going to be doing a lot of traveling back and forth here. So now that we are here, I am going to head on over. You've got the regular stuff that goes on every festival, of course. Just like over there at the Brelands. You know, you've got the dancing that goes on. You've got a scavenger hunt type of thing. You got the provisioners and all. Let's see, what kind of scavenger hunt thing are you?
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
Missing a Thulwereth. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that in just a second. Hadn't seen that quest before. We will, actually, let me go ahead and grab it. I was going to say we will take it after we come out, but no, I'll be done forgotten about it then. So let's take care of it.
Sweet-eyed Melan, will you stay a moment?
Missing a Thulwereth. Mayor Gavanin, traveler, welcome to the celebration of a Thulwereth in Dualan. I hope you will enjoy the wonders that the spring season has to offer before you, too. Wandering off to the spring planting in Breland. The hedge maze has a drawing many of my kindred thither. The hedge maze there is drawing many of my kindred. Okay, director, cut. We're going to do a retake on that, okay? Here we go. Megavanin, traveler. Welcome to the celebration of Thulwereth in Dualan. I hope we will enjoy the wonders that the spring season has to offer before you, too, wander off to the spring planting in Breland. The hedge maze there is drawing many of my kindred thither. A company of elves led by clear-headed Seltheliel went to the spring planting many days ago to observe the green walls on the horsefields. I have not heard from them since, and I truly did not expect that they would be away so long. If you find yourself at the festival grounds in Bree, please look for Seltheliel or any of her company. Remind her that a Thulwereth will not go on forever, and that she and her company should hasten back if they wish to enjoy it before it has passed away into the next turn of the seasons. So let's go talking Seltheliel at the Breefield. She is the elf outside that gives us the Wandering Elves quest, where we have to go in and find those 6 elves that are wandering around inside the maze. We saw Gnarlo do that 2 episodes ago, 2 days ago on his part of the episode. So that is going on there. Fulbrian, Fulbril, and Jacklef, minstrels of Middle-earth. They were all just sitting around here in a circle the last time I was here. They weren't playing, so I hope they're okay. Maybe they're just taking an extended breather. Anyway, that's the cave you go into, and here is the Springfest cave, the spring garden. This is where the Stomp a Shrew takes place. Over here, we have got a lot of quests to do over here in this part. Doesn't look like anyone's participating in the Stomp a Shrew at the moment either. Let's talk. We've got a number of quests available. Sant Merith, the Worried Gardener.
Mind my words, traveler.
Boot demand, boot supply. Once again, the boot shipment is late, and I'm certain Delaral is having problems with his supply. Can you remember the things he needed to collect in order to keep the boots coming? If you could go out and collect Delaral's goods, it would be much appreciated, Gnarlrynae. Please return to me when you've done so I know we can be expecting the boot delivery. Ah, so this is the repeatable part. So apparently we have done this done this part of it on Gnarlrynae before, because she starts off by talking about how the shrews or the shrews here have been trying to get the shrews out of the garden, and we're running out of boots. So we'll go ahead and take this and accept it. And I think I will bring Gnomadan over here right quick and bring him in so that we can get the first part of that quest, so we can get the entire section of it going here. All right, so Gnomadan will be back with you in just half a split second here. All right, folks, we have hauled Gnomadan over here from where he was chilling out over at the Bree Fields, and we do have a little bit of mail. I remember we saw that whenever we were working at Adzo's. He had the mail. It was Fernie is not done yet, or not yet done. Why don't we take a look at that while we got it here? To Gnomadan from Seridan. Greetings, I am Seridan, and my lord Strider asked me to watch your progress in these lands. Your efforts to thwart these brigands may appear to be at an end. I fear it is not. If you would visit me at my lodge, we can discuss in depth the depths to which Bill Fernie has sunk. Sure, we'll do that. What did we get? Gave us a quest item. Seridan's Call. Gnomadan. I write to you on behalf of my captain, Strider. I am tasked with watching the events here in Breland, and have learned that you have done much to assist the folk here. Your recent efforts in Breland came to my notice when I learned you aided a hobbit with a problem with brigands. Your efforts against the brigands are admirable, and though you may have thought they were at an end, I regretfully must inform you that they are not yet finished. Bill Fernie, a citizen of Bree, in his own self-interest, endangers the lives of all the citizens of this land with his actions. If you are willing, make the journey north along the Greenway to my cabin. You will find it east of Thornley's farm between Bree and the borders of the North Downs. Seridan. Sure, we'll accept that. Seridan's Call. So now we've got that out of the way and we won't forget it. In the meantime, we're here talking to Sant Merith, weren't we?
Will you lend me your ear?
A shortage of boots. This event is a disaster. If the shoe infestation weren't enough to ruin our spring celebration, we now have a shortage of boots. They're not just any boots, you see. They're specially made by the bootmaker here in Dualon. He uses great care and technique to make a very special boot that is just menacing enough to strongly discourage the shrews from remaining here. Can you please go find out what is holding up his next shipment? I worry that I will be out of shrew stomping boots by the end of today. So we need to go see Delaral with his collecting his various items. All right. And I think we picked those others up. I will have to see. I think we got those others from Gnarlrynae. So let's go see what we can do about the boots so Gnarlrynae can come back in and get working on those if she did. And honestly, if she didn't, I'll probably just stay on Gnomadan here and finish them up on Gnomadan, you know, rather than flip-flopping away all the time. As you'll notice, it is considerably later than whenever we were on Gnomadan. It's, in fact, hours later. And a large part of that being I had to go and scratch the dog's butt, and then I had to go feed the dog, and then I had to pet the dog, and then I had to take the dog for a walk, and then I had to give him a good butt scratch, and you know how it is. It's just so many distractions. And once I finish up here, I'm going to go give him another butt scratch. So there you go. Here's Delaraw. A gentle weapon. I don't even particularly like making boots, and I especially don't like that Weaver fellow. There's the Weaver. Apparently he doesn't like you either. Looks like we're gonna have a West Side Story showdown here. Maybe they'll have a dance-off.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
A gentle weapon. I'm nearly out of the cherry wood I use for the most important part of the boots, the sole. The sole is fortified with this gentle, moderately dense, strong wood. It is the perfect, yes perfect, wood for knocking out a pesky, oversized shrew without really hurting it. Elves do not like to hurt creatures, you see. Well, I suppose shrews tempt us to use violence more than most animals of the wild, but we have come up with a fair compromise. Cherry branches grow around clusters of trees in the pastures along the road to Dualon. I'm sure there will be plenty of branches on the ground to replenish today's supply. We need to collect 8 cherry branches. Let's get flax to fiber.
Mind my words, traveler.
This is getting absurd. Tanathron over there, that weaver, yes, the one glaring my way, simply will not give me the fibers for the linen I need for my special boots. The supplies are running low, and he is a key supplier, but he refuses to help me. It is because his own supply of flax is running low, and he hoards his ingredients so that his stock never depletes. I'm afraid I've gone and made him angry with my demands. Perhaps you can reason with him. Please try, Gnomadan. And see if he has toilet paper. I believe he is hoarding that as well. Yeah, just a little topical humor there. Let's get on to the twines that bind.
Mind my words, traveler.
I am ashamed to be admitting this, but I'm out of twine, Gnomadan. I, Master Bootmaker of the Garden Shrew Stomping event. It is true. Hard to believe, I know. Could you please fetch me some more? I usually get mine in Kellendim, where the elves who tend the docks craft a fine, strong thread. You are a good sort of man, Gnomadan, truly. So 7 twine from there. What do we got there?
How can I be of service?
Elves would never harm shrews, never. We wouldn't even consider such a gruesome idea. Shrews are good, fine creatures. I think somebody's feeling guilty.
Megovanen.
He is an absurd elf if I've ever met one, that Tanathron. So greedy with his ingredients. See how he glares at me?
What can I do for you?
Oh, you're still here? Maybe you didn't hear me correctly. I'm out of twine. Not wine, not brine, twine. Please get me some more. Oh, it's so much fun getting their little things, too. Been missing out on them so much back whenever I was running through on Glenora and
Do not
Gnarlo.
underestimate my wrath.
What? So I like having a balanced supply of ingredient and product? What of it? If I have no ingredients, tomorrow I shall have no product. I do not think it is unreasonable for me to demand ingredients if I'm going to generously give of my finite supply. If you want your own ingredients for your own endeavors, you'll have to collect ingredients from me first. Flax plants grow along the road to Kellendim. You'll be able to see the pale blue flowers amongst the grasses. Especially here at night when, once again, I guess it is a good thing that we're doing it later. Because we're here at night where all the ground spawn stuff that we need to collect is showing up. So let's see if we can find our twine. We should be able to find flax and wood branches out here. We were doing the flower quest, it would be right there. Let's go up here, see, is there any cherry up here? No, I think the first cherry is on the other side of this little pond here. I can definitely see that the first flax is. And if you're of a level like we are, you'll see that we've still got some green wolves and green boars in this area. So do keep your eye out for them. Might have to do a little fighting if they decide to get nosy. There's a shoot ton of cherrywood branches right over here. There we go. Another one. One over yonder. Couple over there. Several over here. It's much easier when you get the one where you come back. Because once you get that one, it's a case where you only have to collect 4 of each. instead of the 8 of each. So you don't have to spend so much time running around here like this. Let's see if we find any more. We need some more cherry wood branches. Yep, there's another one. A couple more over there. Don't see any up this way, so let's go grab these two. See some more flax, and then we'll head down to the docks. 7. Yeah, that 8th one can be a pain in my butt sometimes. It's like, alright, where did I miss it? And the flax is all along the road. Let's see if we can find another cherry branch. It's usually back over there behind me. Oop, there we go. Yeah, see, sometimes you gotta search a little bit for this last one. It wants to be a pain in the butt. Alright, let's get the rest of this flax. It should be found all along the road on our way down to Dualand. Or Kellendim, rather. Shouldn't have any problem finding like 3 more. Yep, see, there's 2 right there. And another one on the way. Fortunately, most of the wolves and all are gray. And fortunately, as you see, you're able to collect it. It's not quite like, you know, SLOTRO back in the EverQuest back in the old days, and World of Warcraft back in the old days, and let's see, I imagine SLOTRO to a good extent back in the old days, although it's still that way with like mining materials and all, where you couldn't collect it and you go to collect stuff and it disappears on you. These stay there, you know, 2 people can get the same flax and the same cherry branches without having to wait for it to respawn again. So that is very nice. A lot of times on the one where you collect 4 and 4, I'll grab the 4 that are closest to Dualan there and then run back up the hill and grab a stable ride down here, because that is still the quickest way. Even with a run up the hill, it's still the quickest way. But we're down here, so it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. We were already halfway. There's some of the bunch of flowers there. Patch of flowers that we're going to need to collect. Another patch of flowers. We'll collect those whenever we get Gnomadan back over in Bree. And do that collection for the guy inside the Bree town square. Well, I think it's collecting flowers for a lady, if I don't remember incorrectly. And I still want to know why Eladan and Elro here are over here. Not sure why they're standing over here. Shouldn't y'all be out fighting the forces of Sauron, rather than engaging in the Springfest? Alright, 7 twine now. Once again, once you only had to get 4, this is a lot easier. Because there are exactly 7 over here. So you have to grab them all, and you gotta make a little jump to a boat to get the other 2. But again, we know y'all have done all this before. Alrighty, so that's our, whoops. So missing a twine? Is there a twine? Where's the other one at? Nope, that was 7. Okay, that was 7. It was a little behind on me. Alright, let's take the flax to the weaver guy. Collect what we need from him.
What can I do for you?
We are going back to Dualan. Give the weaver his flax so he'll be a little bit more cooperative, and then we will give the other pieces to the shoemaker, and then maybe we can go and turn this in. And I think that will be right about our 20 minutes for the episode there. So next time we'll be back on, well, we really didn't have a Gnarlrynae, did we? Next time, I will pull up Gnarlrynae, and she will finish the stuff that she needs to do over here. Don't know about the shrew stomping. Shrew stomping may have to wait till the server's a little bit quieter. I noticed last night when I actually started this that, excuse me, I'm having some pork chops here. Actually, I used my George Foreman and grilled me up a couple of pork chops. Yeah, I don't know about the rest of the world, but over here in the U.S., we are still having people just making these runs, panicking, making these runs on the grocery stores. They've started chilling out a little bit because I think they've just finally realized they've got their house packed full of stuff and don't have any place to put it. So I think they're just running out of space. But yeah, they're still collecting meat and stuff like that. And you go in and so much of the chicken and the beef and all that's gone, but there's still lots of pork there. People don't want to eat pork for some reason. I love it. So I've been eating pork loins and pork chops this week. Alright, let's talk to Tanithron.
Elbereth will avenge me.
Well, good for you, pal. Good. Now we can proceed with our arrangement. At least someone around here can be reasonable. Ahem. Here are some flax fibers. Why don't we do that? Not that. This. Flax plants. A flax plant. Alrighty. And I bet it says flax fibers, right? Flax fiber for the making of the linens. Alright. What about this one? Is strong wood from a cherry tree, just dense enough to bonk shrews on the head and send a message without harming them. Yeah, right. Elf-made twine. A sturdy elf-made roll of twine. Alright, back over to our recalcitrant shoemaker.
Megovanen.
These are just the branches I need. Excuse me. Many thanks, Gnarlrynae. Sorry. Took a sip the wrong way and went down the wrong pipe. Many thanks, Gnarlrynae. This will ensure that the shrews are given just the right amount of dissuasion against their terrible behavior. And we participated in the Spring Festival, number 6. Flax to fiber.
What can I do for you?
Splendid, Gnomadan. Your patience and politeness did wonders here, I see. Tanithron is a stubborn fool who has no business being in the trade. But it is what it is, and I should learn to make do. Unfortunately, I have a sad feeling that I will go through the same thing all over again tomorrow, when my supplies run low again. And that is a little hint that we're going to, that this is a daily, you know? Alright, up to almost 8.
Megovanen.
As the day changes, you'll notice the palette has shifted, the music has changed. Just became daytime. The little sun appeared up here instead of the moon. Twine! Marvelous! I was beginning to wonder if you lost your way. Well, this should do for a short while at least. Thanks, Gnarlrynae. You're more useful than you seem at first glance. You're right. He's an asshole. Alright, back into the cave over here. We are up to 8. Up to 8. So, with the stuff you did yesterday and the stuff you're doing this morning, you will be able to finish the 10 here. Which we've been working on with Gnarlo. Getting his 10 every day to see about leveling him up. Excuse me again. Let's talk to Santa Merith here.
What can I do for you?
Oh, did we... let's look and see if we have shoes. Nope, we didn't. It just said they will be shipping them. So, we are back on schedule then. That is good, Gnomadan. I was growing very anxious. I hope the bootmaker did not give you too much trouble. Please, do not hesitate to speak with me again tomorrow. I have a feeling this bootmaker is not quite prepared for the volume of our demands. There we go. And do you get to do it again?
Might you spare a moment of your time?
So you can immediately do it again as a daily. And that's what we'll do in order to get that number 10 up here. Alright. Once again, the boot shipment is late, and I'm certain Delarue's having problems with his supply. Can you remember the things he needed to collect in order to keep the boots coming? If you could go out and collect Delarue's goods, it would be much appreciated, Gnarlrynae. Please, return to me when you're done, so that I know when I can be expecting the boot delivery. And that is
What
that?
can I do for you?
Right, do not tarry. We are the shrews will get out of control if we are late with them. So there you go, folks. I'm sure Gnarlrynae thanks you. Gnomadan definitely thanks you. Hello. Alright, for some reason though, he's not doing the emote. Let's see if he does cheer. Can he do any emotes? Am I losing the connection again? Alright, he's not doing any emotes right now, so we may be having our connection drop out. Either that or he's going to sit here in about 20 in a row here in a second. Anyway, thank y'all for coming along. I thank you too. Oh, I bet emotes are bet because of spam. I bet emotes are turned off here in this area. They do that sometimes in these areas to keep spam from slowing stuff down and or keep it from bothering with other people who are trying to do the quest. But that's it. Anyway, we will see you next time, and we will have Gnarlrynae come back and finish up the elf stuff here. So we will see you then. Bye-bye.